I wish there was a 5 minute option, don't you? Instead of just from 1 minute to 10 minutes, because I feel like if I can't do it in 60 seconds, I must be yapping too much. But here goes. I am a former Christian of 40 years, and I have some thoughts on this fine tuned model. And I was thinking about this, and it came to me after meditating. And it had to do with climate change, global warming, whatever you want to call it, right? And it leads back to a couple of theories I have. That one, well, first of all, I don't believe that this God is real anymore, certainly not the God of the Bible. But this God is presumably all knowing, right? So this God had to have known back in the year one that humans were going to progress, that we were going to have things called automobiles and airplanes and factories and assembly lines and all these businesses that were going to be putting in pollutants into the air, right? So God didn't plan this out very well. Even if you blame us for inventing cars and inventing airplanes and inventing factories and assembly lines and same day deliveries and all the stuff that puts junk into the air, God's the one who ultimately created the planet, right? So did God not foresee that humans would progress? Did he think we were always going to be riding donkeys into town? Did this God not know there were going to be such a thing as a carbon footprint? See what I mean by this God not acting as if he's real? Like this God, you want us to presume that this God is all knowing, all loving, all caring, and then builds a world that is powered and energized by a star that's going to burn out because it has a finite life, a star that gives us cancer if we spend too much time in it. That's hardly fine-tuned. I should be able to spend all day under the sun every day and not worry about getting cancer from it. Why would a loving God create my energy source and my light source and this beautiful source? I want to be under this, basking in it all day, but I'll get cancer if I do. And then we take into account climate change and global warming. And it looks like God didn't write in any buffers. He didn't put in any buffers to help us with that because he had to have known, if he's all knowing, right? Right, kiddos? If he's all knowing, he knew that we would be putting shit into the atmosphere for hundreds of years, for thousands of years. But he didn't take that into account. Like this earth is so fragile that humans driving cars and flying airplanes and building things and selling things and having e-commerce is going to destroy the planet? What kind of a planet did he create? There was no foresight into any of this. And for people who think that it's much easier to believe in a God than all of this is just natural is absurd to me. I don't know how I believed it for 40 years, that it makes more sense that God is behind everything. It makes the opposite. The opposite makes more sense, that there is no God behind any of this. The universe operates exactly as you would expect it to without a God. And in none of the ways you would expect it to if God were real. Please put your comments down below. Let me know you got to the end too.